back to the episode of Kate and Isaiah Living Large. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Kate.
And on this episode, we're going to talk about aging.
I'm so old.
Oh, I am the youngest. I don't feel a day over 70.
You certainly don't look like the youngest on this podcast.
Oh, thanks for that one. Oh, goodness.
We're starting it off right here.
Let's start it off right here. What's new? What's the haps? How's it going on? It is the 19th.
I just returned from Halifax. I started back at work yesterday, the 18th. I had the Monday off as well, which is really smart when you're planning. I say this before
ever
any of this has happened, but I will assume that I have cleaned my house and done the laundry for my trip and that I'm all good to go.
You will have gotten home and passed out and done nothing for the rest of that day.
I get home on the Sunday and I come home to do a concert, and then I have a comedy show the Sunday night. This is what has happened.
All this has happened.
All of this has happened.
Yes.
And I've driven from Halifax, went to a concert, sung my little heart out, had supper, and then told some jokes.
Sure.
And I have a little sleep in on the Monday morning. I sleep until about 9,
Mm-hmm.
8, 9, somewhere. And then I get up, and I start the laundry, and I do the dishes. And I start putting the garbage out, and everything's great. And then everything is super clean and fresh when I go to bed on Monday night.
Okay.
This is the plan.
That's the plan? That's the plan. All right. Talk about aging.
So look, aging is something that's so prevalent in our society. You see it with the famous people and them doing the nips and the tucks and the this and the that and the Botox and the She-Tox and the whatever, Wegovy and the meats.
Sure.
I don't know who I am or what just happened.
I don't know what you just got possessed.
Possessed by the rapper of shouldn't be rapping. And I have thought about aging and then in context of weight and how that makes us look and how important that is. And, you know, what does it all mean, Isaiah? And how does it affect us?
42.
And how is it going to keep affecting us, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So much like the last episode, which I came up with for your benefit, I'm going to throw this to you. Well, how do you feel about aging?
How do I feel about aging? You know what? If you would have asked me 7 years ago when I turned 30, it was the worst day I've ever had. I hated it. I was not a happy person.
Is it just the number that makes you upset?
It was the number.
Okay,
I don't know.
Number.
I just felt, here's how I felt, and stupidly so, when I turned 30. I was like, oh, my life is over. I need to be an actual adult now, and I need to like smarten up. But it turns out I don't have to. But that was how I felt. I felt when I was turning 30 that it was like my life is over.
So I was thinking too, like for me, I had a rough birthday at 25, which sounds so ridiculous now. And for me, it was about life position. I had gone back to school. I was in college, but I was the same age that my parents were when I was born. So they'd already been married for a few years. They had their first child. Dad was working full time in the job that became his career. And, you know, that they were like real grown ups. So the thing you just said, they're real adults and doing adult things. And here I was like partying all the time. I was in college studying journalism. I already had a degree. I was already, you know, and what I see now is that it takes all kinds of different things too. But it was the life position in comparison to someone else that caused me a great amount of strife. Yeah. Now at the age I'm at, I don't like to think that I'm vain.
Okay.
But there is a certain amount of vanity in me because I'm not willing to just let my hair go gray.
Okay.
I'm not willing to let myself, because I think that would age me to, and more power to the people who do, because I know that's a great trend nowadays. As I like fluff my hair that I just had done yesterday, and I think looks fantastic. But
me and my gray hairs all over.
Yeah, it is different. We can talk about that too. There is a difference for men and women as well. You know,
true.
For a man, you're respected about more and you're given more cachet in society.
That's true.
The more you age. For women, you're just like kind of kicked. And I don't even know if that's true anymore. There is a feeling though of that wanting to hold on to youth, but at what point does that balance tip where it kind of looks like you're trying too hard to stay young?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's in women, I don't know. There's definitely a spot, but I don't really know it. In men, there's definitely a spot. Like when you get to a certain age and you're like dyeing your hair black, and people are like, "Come on now!" Like there is an age when you get to that point.
And is it less socially acceptable for men to dye their hair? Like if you started using the Grecian formula on your beard,
I think so. I think there is I think there is a stigma on men dyeing their hair in North America. I think outside of North America, I think there is a whole different.
Do you think? Do you know that, or are you just making that up?
Or maybe there's a culture there's a different culture that's not a North American culture that.
Which is what?
I would think. I think Middle Eastern men are more apt to
dye their hair.
Really,
I didn't know that.
It's more like spray paint than anything. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but
no, I have no idea.
So when it happens, like I got it when I was in Utah. It was the weirdest thing. So they cut my hair, and then instead of like to give me a straight line, they basically spray paint hair on you. And it's the weirdest thing. Look it up online. It's so weird. But they can give you like a full on like line, like look like you have, it doesn't look quite like you have hair, but like it's
from far away.
From far away it does. It's a very Middle Eastern.
That's interesting.
Man thing to do. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like DJ Khaled, if you think of DJ Khaled and think of how straight line his beard typically looks, that's mostly spray paint.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think there is a cultural difference in that.
But like, I'm talking Western culture right now.
Yes, no, I know.
Like,
but that's
interesting. That's an interesting topic. Like, part of me wants to keep, and I don't think that I look like I'm chasing youth. I feel like I also I'm prematurely gray.
Sure.
I do.
Prematurely gray, you say?
Yeah.
How old are you again?
42.
I don't think that's prematurely gray.
It is premature to be full gray. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, right.
Certainly was at 35 when I started growing gray.
Yeah, in your 30s. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. When I saw my first gray hair at 13, yeah, that was premature.
Yeah, I mean, I've been prematurely balding for years.
Yeah, no, I know. And yes, that is premature. I'm not going to make an age joke at your expense for that. Baldy. Sorry. So I don't know. I've been dyeing my hair for a long time, and it's just finally getting light enough underneath that the blonde is starting to work because the grow out is coming in quite nicely.
Perfect.
And I don't know when I'm going to stop doing that, but there comes a point for women too. And like you see these women who are clearly 78 and they have like bleach blonde hair or worse, jet black hair.
Yeah.
And you're like, nobody believes you. And you've got that old face.
Yeah. I mean, for guys, I think we're a little bit different where it's, the salt and pepper look. It's
absolutely. And it's growing for women. Like I see lots of women rocking the salt and pepper, and it looks great.
I know some girls who have dyed their hair gray, like
I know the young
silver
kids
fox gray or whatever.
The young kids have done that too.
Yeah.
But when you have a real young face, you can tell that you've dyed your hair to look gray. Cool, that's neat. When it's all like, because gray hair has a different texture too.
That's true.
And it gets all like frizzy, and that just I don't know. I know like. Again, people who want to do that, that's cool. I'm just not ready.
That's fair. I think there's also, to tie it back to obesity, I mean, as you age, your metabolism slows more and more. I mean, how many people have you ever talked to that have said, when I was in my 20s, I could eat like 7 hamburgers and gain no weight. And now it's like I eat one and
my metabolism never won any races though. So like that, if it's getting worse, fine. But it's not something I used to look at a piece of cheesecake and be like, oh, there's 5 pounds. I didn't eat it, but there it comes. The other thing too is the positive thing about being overweight. And I actually tell this, I usually open every show with this, like, you know, I'm 42, but I don't look a day over 38. It's because the fat fills in all the wrinkles.
This is true. This is true.
And that is true. You do end up with a babier looking face when you're a little bit heavy. And that is actually a concern, not a strong enough concern to prevent me from wanting to lose weight, but I don't want to get that like all of a sudden super wrinkled look.
Oh yeah.
From dropping weight quickly.
Get that. Yeah. That's is a concern as you age too. Is like when you drop weight, the skin does not bounce back quite as easily.
Yeah, but in terms of aging too, like we talked about being sick and like, you know, the common cold and flus and things like that in the last episode. But I do have fears about getting sick as I age too, like, and what that means from like anything that I do now. I'm kind of at that precipice in my early 40s where there's still time to recover from terrible mistakes, but getting less and less so. Like,
yeah, I mean, your body as you age definitely takes longer to recover from things, anything you do, right?
Yeah,
there's an interesting phenomenon happening right now where grown men are trying to skateboard again, like in their like late 30s and 40s, trying to skateboard again. And I'm like, I don't think I could do that, because unlike when you were like in your teens and if you like snap your bone, you're not getting back up easily from a broken bone in your late 30s and 40s.
No. But we have nephews the same age. I'm going to kind of change the subject a little bit. We have nephews the same age, both grade 9, first year of high school.
Yeah.
You find it shocking that you have nephew that old.
Yes.
And B, remember fully being in grade 9.
I don't fully remember being in grade 9. I have a really bad memory. Like
the dementia set in early for you.
Yeah. I remember things. I have a really bad memory of a lot of things through high school. Okay. Like I don't have a full on memory of what happened in middle school or elementary school. And I have better long-term memory of high school, but not that.
I remember vividly the things I used to think and how similar they are to today in some cases not. And, you know, the people I crushed on and the things that you go through when you're in grade 9, I remember them vividly into the letter. And it doesn't feel like terribly long ago. And then I see Dominic posting like the stuff he does on the internet. And I'm like, oh boy, I was that young once. And I don't feel like I'm that far removed from it until I see someone who's that age. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even like they had the grade 9 take, you mentioned this grade 9 take kid to work day last week, and there are 2 grade 9 boys who were at my work, and I had to go get them to sign a photo consent, and their parents were both in a meeting and they're just sitting in the lunchroom. So it's like, oh, I'll get this done and then I'll take the picture with them and their parents and that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, geez, they so I walk up to them and I'm like, hey, I'm Caitlin, and I need you to sign this sheet. It's okay, I work here.
It's okay, I work here.
And I never felt so lame. So anyway, I'm taking the photo, and one guy, his mother says to him, did you smile? He goes, yeah. She goes, with your teeth? He goes, no. And she said, why not? I said, you know what? My nephew's in grade 9. He refuses to smile with his teeth as well. And he says, is because it makes him look zesty.
Zesty. Yep.
And so the 2 boys just start roaring laughing. And the 2 parents are like, what does zesty mean? I was like, oh, I can't tell you here.
I'm not allowed to tell you at work.
I cannot tell you here. And they're just like, what? And then the 2 boys are just roaring. And I'm like, yeah, 6, 7. And
God.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm so cool. And so then I messaged my nephew the next day because he's the one who taught me the wonder of zesty, which is a terrible thing to call somebody, by the way. Actually, it's not.
It's not.
Zesty is fine.
Zesty's actually, would consider zesty a compliment.
Well, it's like how back in the 90s we used to say, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, zesty is just you're a little bit more flamboyant.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, yeah, it's great. I don't see anything wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong with being zesty. But to a grade 9 hockey player, football player boy, they might not like it.
Yeah.
That's why they're avoiding looking like that. Not to say they're right. There's another sidebar. There's a TikTok channel or a TikTok page that keeps coming up on my For You page. And there are these two like millennial men who are sitting in a bed together and they're going, things that we used to think made us gay when we were teenagers. And it was like wearing a coat. Who you keep them warm for, bud? And they're just ridiculous things, and that's how like a grade 9 boy would use zesty.
For sure, yeah.
And so I was telling Dominic in a message. I said, "Yeah, I made these grade 9 boys laugh really hard." He goes, "Yeah, probably." I said, "No, probably about it. I'm hilarious." And he goes, "No." And then we went back and forth. Yes, no. For way too long for someone who's 42 years old. We should have just ended it. I got the last word though.
Well, you know. My nephew got to come with me to take your kid to work day, and he got to learn how to do a pool test and see the chemicals of a pool.
Woo!
I know, right? Super excited. He got to go play basketball for like 2 hours. That was
yeah.
For sure.
Were there other grade 9 kids there?
No, he was the only one.
Funny.
But he got to go play basketball for like 2 hours, so that was his highlight.
That's funny.
But and yeah, I don't remember when I don't have vivid memories from high school.
Did you remember your prom and stuff? Graduation?
I mean, yeah, I remember graduation, sort of. I remember video game stuff way more from high school.
Okay, we don't need to talk about it.
Like that's my memories are all based around video games or music. Like I have way more memories of that stuff than I do of just being a person.
Interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting what you kind of remember as you age too, is what your memories kind of keep.
Yeah, mine is just so vivid from that period of time. Actually, I have pretty vivid memory, but it asks me about recent things. I'm like, what's your name?
Yeah, I don't. I have like my memories of like historical events and stuff are amazing. Political events, great.
Can you say that word again?
Political?
Oh, political. I thought you said political.
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 I know I have great memories of all that stuff. What I was doing in grade 9, barely remember.
Yeah, well, too bad about you.
Well, that is me, in a nutshell.
On that note, where can people find you on the internet, Isaiah?
Oh, they can find me at Maritime Brews on all of the social medias. Where can people find you?
You can find us at Kate and Isaiah Living Large on Facebook. And don't forget, if you like us and you want us to maybe have a guest again so we can fix our microphone or replace our camera or whatever, don't forget our Buy Me a Coffee link. And no pressure, though. Like, if you ever have the time or inclination, we'd appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And
don't forget, if you are listening, wherever you're listening to, if you can like, share, subscribe, or hop on over to our YouTube and take a look at our beautiful faces over there. And if you are already on YouTube, if you can like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff over here, that is much appreciated.
You can check out my fresh new dew.
You can check out the fresh new dew.
With a coverage of gray.
Oh my goodness. But until next week.
Bye.